too long ago.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mack Brothers podcast. Episode something in the teens or tens. I'm Matthew, and that's...
I'm John.
Who are you again?
Huh?
All right, I will say to everyone watching, if me and John seem a little on edge, it's because the Sixers play later. Yeah, Sixers, every time a Philly team's in the playoffs, I'm kind of like my normal, like my level of nervousness and anxiety is kind of raised slightly. John's, I feel like, is fucking through the roof.
Yeah. I have a fever only during Sixers games. I get an actual fever.
It's true. It's true. He has a thermometer. He has a butt thermometer he uses.
I think they're going to steal one tonight. I think they.
You mean, does that steal one? Is that like a phrase?
Yeah, you never heard that expression?
It's like a phrase or something?
Yeah, you never heard that?
What are they stealing?
Well, they're not supposed to win this game, but I think they're going to. It's a metaphor for they're going to win when they're not supposed to.
But stealing means like I went in the grocery store and I didn't pay money for the candy bar and I just took it.
Like they're
so
not.
I don't get that.
They're going to take this victory.
I don't get that.
Like the Heat are going to have a victory tonight. They're supposed to have a victory tonight, like they own a victory, and the Sixers are going to go into their house and steal it from them, rip it out of their hands.
So all the people in the Heat live in the same house?
Yep. And their dad's Eric Spoelstra. They all have the same dad.
He seems like a weird dad. Eric Spoelstra, he looks like he smells like rice.
His eyes scare me.
Eric Spoelstra looks like all he eats is halal every day. Like he's the coach of the Heat, but he eats at the halal truck in like the bad part of Miami.
Mm.
And he gets like but he's a fantastic coach. He really is actually a really good coach.
He just looks sweaty.
I don't really think he looks sweaty. I actually know he's sweaty. John, remember that time? We know he's sweaty because John actually, the last time he seen Eric Spoelstra when he worked at the Wells Fargo Center, he ran on the court in the middle of the game and he gently touched his brow.
Yeah.
Are you wearing your Sixers playoff shirt?
So this is a Sixers playoff shirt. Rights to Ricky Sanchez. Shout out. My favorite podcast. It says regular season bitch. And it's crossed out because right now we're all playoff motherfuckers. That's what the shirt says.
I like that.
Yeah.
Does the gear mean we're getting it into gear as in like a car? Like you put a car into gear?
I don't know.
You know what that means? Like another gear, like you want to hit another level? It's a metaphor, John. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get it.
Oh, well, it's like do you know how like some cars there's automatic and there's manual? And if you're going to go into another gear, it's because you need to go faster. Like a player might do that to up their game during the playoffs.
I'm going to buy a house tomorrow.
Tomorrow, where at?
Is
it going to be right next to Eric Spoelstra's house?
Medford.
Medford? Is that in New Jersey?
Club Medford.
Club Medford. That sounds like a golf club.
I'm drinking bone broth. Beef bone broth with
everyone would have thought you had tea or coffee. Like no one wants to know you're drinking bone broth.
It's beef bone broth with garlic and onion powder.
John, there's not a single person watching this that wants to know what you're drinking.
Usually, you know what I do when I have my coffee usually? So if it's in the morning...
Are you asking me? Do you put cinnamon sticks in them?
In the morning, cinnamon, just powdered cinnamon, and sometimes with one stevia, black. Or
wow,
if it's in the afternoon, cinnamon, turmeric and a little bit of MCT oil, because turmeric is it's absorbed better if it's transferred into your body with fat.
Interesting. Do you know how I drink my coffee? So I go to work, right? And they have break rooms. And they have Keurigs in there. And they have the Dunkin' regular K-Cups. So I wash my coffee thermos thing. And then after I'm done washing it, I fill it with ice. And then I fill a little cup with hot coffee and I pour it over the ice and I have iced coffee. And I drink black iced coffee. Drink 24 to 48 ounces of black iced coffee every day. And I offset it with a 40-ounce, shout out to our old band, the 1940s, with a 40-ounce thermos of water. I drink like 2 of those a day in work. I drink a lot of liquid during a day in work. And then usually for lunch, I eat salad. So I'm just hydrated. That's all I am, is hydrated.
I like to drink the tears of our foes.
I usually do that after work.
Speaking of foes, we won another award from a different radio station, Matthew.
We did.
Yeah, we won't name the radio station just because we're trying to be mythical. But mythical is not the right word. Mysterious is the right word. We are mythical.
I would
though.
prefer to be mythical, actually.
I'm gonna have Greek-like statues carved of myself in my house eventually.
I actually believe it. And they're going to be anatomically correct sized penises, too. They're going to be this big. But all the Greeks would be very impressed. Even though they're all, John, I hate to break it to you, all the Greeks are dead.
Even the now ones?
They're actually not Greek. They ship those people in, yeah.
Well, we won the award for best Netflix watchers.
We did.
Yep.
Of 2020? Even though it's not over yet? Or was it retroactive? Or was it? I meant to say 2022, but
no,
I had an oops. So they give out their awards from.
There was a lot of Netflix watching in 2020, but we topped the charts.
They have hundreds of millions of subscribers.
For this unknown radio station.
I'm actually so proud of all these awards that we won over the last couple of years. So I actually just a heartfelt thank you to all those songs that we wrote so many years ago that so many people are listening to, and we're getting so many awards and it's just unbelievable the amount of love. So best Netflix watchers is one of our greatest awards yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be lucky enough, John. Maybe like the next podcast we do, we might have another award to talk about. And
I think we will.
That, I could put a gratuitous Instagram post up about it too.
I think that's a great idea.
It's a really good idea, yeah.
Wait until we re-release Marino in 2 years.
I can't wait to get more awards for that song.
Yeah, you'd think we had enough, but wait until we're gonna add nothing.
And it's not like everyone has this misconception that they might see these awards we're getting or they hear us talk about them and they think, how could these guys be getting all these awards? They have to be just buying trophies off Amazon and filling out all the details themselves, or they have to be like, clearly they're like, this is fake. It's not.
No,
we just
really
wake
not.
up one day and they all get, for some reason, they get shipped to John's. I haven't gotten any of them. John gets all the awards. It says the Mack Brothers. That's because of our tax papers and a weird thing, but they're all real. Every award. As a matter of fact, I don't like to say this, but we had to melt a few down because they sent a couple of us in copper.
Yeah.
They were copper busts of me and John's faces. They were 50-pound copper busts of my face and John's face. So it was 100 pounds of copper, and we had to melt those down and scrap them. That's actually how John's buying his house in Medford, for the 50-pound copper bust he just sold.
Yeah,
that's his down payment.
And they also just wanted to make sure before I bought the house that these awards were real. So they had to call every single unnamed radio station and verify. And
they did.
That's true. That's how I'm buying a house tomorrow in Club Medford.
In Club Medford.
Speaking of radio stations,
yeah,
the sponsor of today's pod. This is a
known radio station, by the way.
Yeah, we will say the name of this radio station is WTCC Radio in Springfield, Massachusetts. They've been playing our records 4 to 5 times a week. But when we first started on this station, Matthew, we charted to, I don't know what number it was, but we were like the top 30. I think it's Cup of Coffee was the top 30 song played on the station for a couple weeks.
That's amazing.
So please, if you're listening, all of our, I think it's Wake Forest or Wakefield or I don't know, Springfield, Massachusetts, WTCC. If anyone from there is listening, give them a call. So I'm going to keep playing this.
Yeah, call in if you'd like to hear. And we are always honored when radio stations like our music and they give it a shot and they play it, especially when they chart. It's really special and it really means a lot to us.
Yeah.
So they are friends. They are Mac friends.
They're friends
and
of the pod.
Appreciate them. And we appreciate them.
They're Mac members.
They're Mac member. I like that. So me and John have had an idea for a long time, but it can't happen until we have a fan club. At some point, I don't know. Do we talk about it now? I think it has to be a surprise for down the road. We can't just let this out.
What, the contest?
Yeah, the contest.
Yeah. Let's wait until we got some more traction.
Years from now there might be a contest. If you're one of the 10 people that listen to this, you'll see. You'll see. It'll be a contest. And maybe you'll
comment down below. Hello.
Oh yeah. Hi everyone. Like and subscribe, please, to my YouTube channel.
But seriously, please do.
Please. We really need it.
I wanna quit my job.
Dude, Scott Bravo is starting to blow up on TikTok.
Is he really?
Yeah, he has like 2,000 or 3,000 followers. And he just roasts people. He just roasts people all day. That's all he does. Like someone will comment on his TikTok and he'll just make like a 30-second video of like eviscerating them.
It's something that me and you could do too. I don't know why we just don't use TikTok more.
You know what it is, John? I know exactly why. It's because we're lazy.
Yeah.
Well, we're exactly what it is.
We're also security management in 2 different companies.
Yeah, we are. It's not like we do things.
They call me the OSHA kid.
They actually do. Actually, it's actually if you were at John's desk, it says it right in front. It says the OSHA, and then quotes kid because he's obviously a grown man.
You know what OSHA stands for when they're talking about me? Oh shit, he's awesome.
Who said that first? Did you make that up?
The OSHA people told me that.
I bet you they all use that line at their family barbecue, and like the 11-year-old thinks it's great. John really would have a house when you walk in and he'd have a double spiral staircase with a gigantic statue of himself in the middle, and he would put a Bluetooth speaker like in it, so it like played whatever song he was feeling of the day on repeat. Like he would really do that. Yeah. And I would hack his Bluetooth from like remotely somehow. And I would play whatever I feel needs to be played. Like time after time, So apparently, this just popped in my head, so I want to talk about it. So I seen a headline. It was like Top Gun 2 Maverick is like a perfect blockbuster. Like I guess it's just like whatever like a fun movie you have to go see. Like it's like they nailed it. Perfect. Which reminded me how perfect of a movie the original Top Gun was.
Mm-hmm.
How oily it was. It was very oily. I would love to see a behind the scenes of that movie and how it came together. Top Gun.
They should do like how they did Disaster Artist, making fun of or talking like a documentary about The Room, which is one of the best movies of all time.
Oh my god,
They
so
do
good.
that with Top Gun. They probably did do that with Top Gun. Top Gun's worse because it has Tom Cruise in it, and it's just
they spent millions and millions and millions of dollars on Top Gun. The Room was just like a whatever movie that was made.
When's the Mack Gala, Matthew? Oh, the Mack Gala is tonight.
Oh, it is.
What is the Mack Gala? What do they do?
All right. Here's what I think they do. I don't know what they do, but here's what I think they do. It's a bunch of like models and famous rich people that need an excuse to, show off like designer dresses and all that stuff and designer suits. And they go there and they talk about how rich they are, and there's a lot of rapists and stuff there and child predators and stuff, and everyone says, oh, we can't say nothing about it and stuff like that and all that stuff. And then I really think it's just for all the tabloid websites to be able to say 22 best looks from the Met Gala. Like, I think that's why they keep doing it, to tell you the truth. Like, it's clicks. That's the only reason they keep doing it.
Right off the top of my head, what I think of the Met Gala is the Met Gala or the Met Ball, formerly called the Costume Institute Gala or the Costume Institute Benefit, is an annual fundraising gala held for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in New York City. Just off the top
so
of
there's
my
a
head,
real reason.
I think that's what it's about. I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but
it is really funny
when the cameras are all stopped flashing and they're all inside and they're eating their little baby corpses. Do you think that like one of them would be like, oh, hey, this is kind of weird?
No. I don't think they'd feel like that at all. I think they'd be very happy about their, can you pass hey, Scarlett Johansson, can you pass the salt?
They take off their human costumes and their lizard.
Their little tongues finally, our tongues can be free.
They're making decisions about what Biden's supposed to do.
It's really amazing.
Kim Kardashian,
people like Harvey Weinstein, and who was the billionaire that killed himself in the prison?
Oh,
with the head, Epstein. Yeah, he killed himself, he killed himself, guys. He definitely killed himself. He didn't. It wasn't a whole. It was not a. That wasn't fake. He
technically. I mean, he put himself in that situation. He kind of killed himself.
Good point. That's a good point. I guess by this, suicide by bad
being
decisions.
A piece of shit.
Yeah. It's amazing that they just you get to a certain level and you just have your guy that has the island with the kids and stuff, and nobody cared enough to say anything. Or like Weinstein's like, hey, you want to part? Come here and blow me next to the plant or whatever. Like, it was just the thing. Like, that was the thing. Like, how crazy is that?
I want to go to the Mack Gala, and I want to just be rude. Yo,
I feel like we're gonna hit if we ever hit a level where we're gonna go to all these things, we're only gonna go to them once. Like, we're never gonna be invited back. We're gonna be banned from every award show, every gala. Like, as soon as we get there and we start shit talking some important executive, we're gonna lose our contracts and all that. But we'll be independently wealthy, so it won't matter. But like, we're gonna be like Trey Parker and Matt Stone showing up on LSD in dresses.
Yeah.
You notice you never seen them at another fucking award show after that.
Mm. And
apparently they had real heat with J-Lo for that.
How stupid.
It's I love it. It's amazing. There's nothing better than Ricky Gervais fucking ripping everybody apart at whatever fucking award show they kept having him go back to.
Could you imagine if like I feel like if Chris Rock, I just wish Chris Rock, when he got slapped by Will Smith, just kept making fun of him.
Me too.
That would have been the best thing of all time. Like I just think Chris Rock's at a different level. I think if this was 20 years ago, when Chris Rock wasn't like, he was still famous, but like
when Chris Rock was the Chris Rock that made himself Chris Rock,
that would talk shit or that more, you know what I mean?
I mean, he slapped the wrong dude, because if he did that to like Patrice O'Neal or any other fucking person, if he did it to certain other people,
like
that
real,
would have not went down like that.
Comics that are still
irreverent, I would say,
on their way up. Well, Patrice wasn't, but
imagine if he did something similar like that to, say, any living or dead comic, right? Just hypothetically, like George Carlin. Carlin would have eviscerated him. Richard Pryor. I mean, Will Smith would have left in tears. He would have been so upset.
Richard Pryor could have never fought him. Would have fought him on stage.
Like people like that, like, but you know what though? You can't really fault Chris Rock you can't ever really fault somebody for not wanting to fist fight somebody who's on stage in an award show.
They're 4 inches taller.
Yeah, you can't really fault somebody for doing that. Dude, I feel like they're like the weirdest, like I can't wait like 30 years from now when the tell-all documentary comes out about like their whole relationship and everything. It's going to be crazy because they are certifiable crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're nuts. They're crazy.
They're nuts.
What's going on here with those guys? They're crazy. We didn't talk much music so far. What's going on? You know what, John? Let's see if the number one hit's changed. The number one global song on Spotify. Top songs global. All right, never mind. It's a good song. It's As It Was by that dude, Harry Styles. It's a good song.
Matthew, I'm that dude.
Actually, you're legally that dude.
Yeah.
You're registered that dude in the Copyright Office. That's a pseudonym of yours. I'm actually a really big fan of this new song. I think the music's really good. Not too many writers on it. There's 3 credited songwriters, and the guys that wrote the song also produced the song and recorded most of the song. Harry Styles did not write the lyrics to the song. Fun fact. Another person did. I'm assuming he had a hand in them. Like he said, maybe this is a good word.
Good word. Yeah. Yeah. Really like as in this.
Like, I like this line. This needs to stay in. But I'm really proud of Harry. He put out a good song, especially as a lead single.
He puts out a bunch of good songs.
He does. I have a lot of respect for him.
Bad song. I mean, I haven't hated a song.
You know, I have a lot of respect for boy bands and girl groups, I should say. Girl bands, too. I have a lot of respect for those K-pop.
Yeah.
Fellers and
they work hard as shit.
Fellerettes. Yeah, I mean, it's like they literally are like it's like a super cutthroat competitive thing to get in one of the national groups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like probably more exclusive than going to like Yale or MIT or something. But in the dance and singing world in Korea. I'm serious. Do you know, like, have you looked into any of this, John?
Matthew, I lived it.
Were you part of the Hit Factory in Korea?
I was a part. I'm the J in J-pop.
That would be Japanese pop. I didn't know you were in Japan.
My name.
I want to go to Japan so bad. I'm a big fan of Japanese culture and anime and stuff like that, so I really want to go to Japan.
What's his name? Thundercat has a lot of like great songs that like are a nod to Japanese culture. You
think he just walks around all day and goes, "I'm Thundercat"? Like he has to carry a bass with him everywhere he goes with like a little lamp.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's his gimmick. It has to be.
Dragon Ball Durag is one of the best music videos of all time.
It's so good.
Such a high quality.
It is fantastic. I don't think we have any big news to drop today. Sometimes we have big news for our podcasts. You know, and we don't have any big scoops.
Well, besides our award, that's about it.
Oh my God, I forgot. You know what? We're so lucky to get so many of them that you just forget that you have them sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, this has been another lovely, eye-opening edition of the Mack Brothers podcast. Who knows? It might be award-winning soon.
Yeah, another one.
So
shout out to WTCC in Springfield. Thank you guys for playing our songs. Please keep it up. Like and subscribe so we can just do this.
Smash that like button. Hit the bell. Subscribe, everyone, for daisies and roses and maybe awards of your own.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.